The enigmatic and tightly controlled state of North Korea has long been synonymous with its leader, Kim Jong Un. His sudden demise would undoubtedly trigger a cascade of changes within the Hermit Kingdom and beyond. Here's an exploration of what will happen in the wake of such a pivotal event, with a touch of humor and creativity. When Kim Jong Un dies, North Korea will be thrust into a dramatic leadership transition. The regime's tightly knit power structure will face the ultimate test. Kim Jong Un's sister, Kim Yo Jong, will step into the spotlight, not with a crown, but probably with a stern look that says, "Winter is coming." Expect a behind-the-scenes power struggle worthy of a North Korean Game of Thrones episode, where generals and party elites vie for influence, all while avoiding any unexpected trips to the proverbial chopping block. The regime's stability will be as precarious as a house of cards in a windstorm. Kim Jong Un's death will expose the underlying fractures within the government. The elites, who have enjoyed the benefits of the status quo, will scramble to align themselves with the new power structure. Imagine a reality TV show where contestants, read generals, must curry favor or face elimination, not by voting, but by the ever-looming threat of exile or worse. Policy shifts will be inevitable. Kim Yo Jong or whoever emerges as the leader will bring their own style to the table. Picture the North Korean government trying out a new diet, transitioning from the brink of war regimen to the let's try diplomacy detox plan. Domestically, there might be cautious steps towards economic reforms. After all, even dictatorships need a healthy economy to fund their grand parades and statues. North Korea's military posture will undergo a dramatic transformation. The new leadership will decide whether to continue with Kim Jong Un's signature saber-rattling or shift to a more diplomatic stance. Picture the military generals reluctantly trading their grim war faces for awkward smiles at international summits, trying to master the art of diplomacy, North Korean style, where every handshake feels like a wrestling match. Economic reforms will likely be on the horizon. The new regime will recognize the need to address the chronic shortages and economic woes that plague the nation. Imagine North Korean markets cautiously opening up, with bureaucrats nervously allowing a trickle of capitalism, much like a strict parent letting their teenager stay out past curfew for the first time. These reforms will be tightly controlled, but even a small glimmer of economic hope can make a significant difference. Despite any changes in leadership, significant improvements in human rights will remain a distant dream. The new regime will prioritize control and stability over reforms. Imagine the new leader putting a fresh coat of paint on the same old walls of oppression, with propaganda billboards declaring, "Meet the new boss, same as the old boss," but with a slightly more photogenic smile. International relations will see a potential reset. Relations with key players like the United States, South Korea, China, and Japan will undergo shifts. Picture world leaders cautiously approaching the new North Korean leader like a cat approaching a new piece of furniture, curious but ready to bolt at the first sign of danger. If the new leadership adopts a more conciliatory approach, we might see a reduction in tensions and renewed dialogue. International sanctions will be reassessed based on the new regime's actions. If the new leadership shows a willingness to engage in meaningful negotiations, the world might dangle conditional carrots in the form of aid and ease sanctions. Picture a global version of The Price is Right, with North Korea as the contestant trying to guess the right combination of reforms to win the grand prize of economic relief. China will play a crucial role in shaping the post-Kim Jong Un era. Beijing will support a smooth transition of power to maintain regional stability. Imagine China as the cautious big brother, ready to step in and offer advice and occasional reprimands, to keep the younger sibling, North Korea, from causing too much trouble. The relationship between the United States and North Korea will undergo significant changes. A new leader might seek to engage more constructively with the US, potentially reviving stalled negotiations. Picture a diplomatic dance-off, where each side tries to outmaneuver the other with flashy moves and strategic steps, hoping to impress the judges, the international community, without stepping on too many toes. Inter-Korean relations will see a new chapter. South Korea will push for renewed dialogue and cooperation. Imagine a cautiously optimistic South Korean president extending a hand across the DMZ, hoping for a handshake instead of a slap. Humanitarian aid, economic cooperation, and cultural exchanges might increase, slowly thawing the decades-old Cold War on the Korean peninsula. Despite potential reforms, internal repression will likely continue or even intensify. The new leadership will use surveillance, propaganda, and control measures to maintain order. Picture an Orwellian world where Big Brother gets a makeover but keeps the same paranoid tendencies, ensuring that the population stays in line. Cultural and social policies will see a mix of continuity and subtle change. Propaganda will remain a central tool for control, but the messaging might shift slightly. Imagine state media rolling out a rebranded campaign, promoting the new leader with slogans like "New face, same great taste," hoping to refresh the regime's image without altering the core flavor of authoritarianism. The internal economic situation will be a critical concern. The new leadership will work to stabilize and improve the economy, balancing reforms with control. Picture a tightrope walker carefully inching forward, knowing that a single misstep could lead to a fall. Efforts to boost the economy will involve cautious reforms and increased reliance on external aid and investment. The death of Kim Jong Un will undoubtedly usher in a period of significant change for North Korea. The nation's future will hinge on the new leader's ability to navigate complex internal dynamics, manage external relations, and address pressing economic challenges. While the exact trajectory remains uncertain, one thing is clear: North Korea's journey post-Kim Jong Un will be closely watched by the world, each step laden with significant implications for regional and global stability. So, buckle up and grab some popcorn. This geopolitical drama is just getting started.